I'm about to completely change up your breakbeat process. Check this out. In Bitwig, you can open up new projects or existing projects, go to another project. You can drag it if you want, but I'm just going to copy and paste. Control V. And now I have this group, meaning I have this whole Amen sample that I already processed, but I don't have to bounce it out with the compression and the drive down here or the limiter on the snare that maybe I'll just want to change a little bit when I have an 808 in there, right? Not only that, while we can play a break like this, and then play this and say, that's a cool hat. How do they sound together? And then maybe between these two breaks, I'll be able to find an interesting polyrhythm to start a track with. Or maybe like here with the snare, it's just one of the snares from this James Brown break, right? So I think it's this one. So here you can see a transient control on the Amen snare, and it's getting hit with the James Brown snare. Same thing happened with the James Brown break the snare came from, where I made this Aerosmith break, thought the kick sounded good, and put it in here. Right? And then maybe the kit's a little loud, or there's too much compression or too much gain. Like, I'd probably say there is, but I can take care of that later. Like this right here could probably be fixed a little bit. Let's just go down. Yeah. The best part is it comes with all the processing that you can change on the fly. Like this Amen right here, here's the rest of the break. Here's a crash. What if I wanted to put the crash in this break? I just have to add a chain, process the crash, and then it's inside the group processing. I can do that later, like when I want the crash. So let's process this break. First, I'm going to group it. Might as well add an audio track. Make sure everything's muted, and here we go. It's already in repitch mode. I checked the BPM, it's 112. That's something I don't feel like dealing with right there. I'll show you how I quantize my breaks. We're going to bring that there. Oops. Make 2 audio tracks. Put the hats on one. Put your kick snare on the other. Now on Bitwig, I zoom in, I hold Alt, and then I drag like that. I get rid of these fades because they are frustrating. That one I'm going to leave off the beat. This one I'm going to bring back just a bit. Bring it back just a bit. And you can come out with a bad groove every once in a while. Usually you don't, but it's good to give it a listen and make sure things aren't too stiff. This hat might not stay. Where'd my snares go? Oh, here they are. Sorry about that. On my master is a tuner and span. Usually the first thing I do is mono everything out. what if I layer him? So this softer kick, I'm gonna bounce in place, stretch HD. I can hit just the transient. I wonder what that's gonna sound like. Huh. Cool. Just add some ducking from the transient. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I like that. It's gonna need to be leveled out volume-wise. I like the snare, but it needs more movement. I don't know if it needs more transient, but it needs more movement. So I don't EQ the bottom of the break to clean it up. Think about EQing your low end as like a dynamic EQ. So I have a cutoff at 178, 148, and 63, which I'm going to bring down. And I'm actually going to bring all those down. And then this should create like a dynamic feeling to the EQ without using a dynamic EQ. I'll turn them off. Turn them on. It just adds some depth. I usually make sure there's no interesting hits before I delete what's going on over here. I might not need this. Oh, let's switch those. Be a little bit thoughtful about how you level everything out. So what I did was I turned up the high kick, the transient kick, and then I turned the snare down just a bit. Let's get less of that though, and more of this. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to tame the highs before I drive this with EQ DJ. Let's use Camel Crusher, because I know you can get Camel Crusher. I like this British clean. Turn off the compressor. Yeah, the hard part's preserving the color of the highs or turning it down. I'm gonna add another drive. Let's go with Magnite. It's just a tape. That's better. That's way better. All right, without the 4K compressor. after the 4K compressor. And that's about as close as I get to Ableton's loop compressor, at least right now. And it's a pretty chill loop, but you know, this will probably make some crazy snare rhythms. And then you can play with the pitch with these samples and it'd be insane. Like, it hits like this once or twice, and then you could like, well, I mean, you'd have to bounce in place and then tune it down, maybe like a whole step, or tune it up a whole step. I like that one. I'm happy with it. And there we go. I call it a Breakbeat Foundry because you just open up your project and you can just start pulling bits and pieces or whole breaks or compressors or whatever you want out of this. It's trying not to toot my own horn, but I think it's kind of insane. After today, Bitwig is the best DAW. You can't change my mind. This is awesome. You should definitely like this video, comment, subscribe, share it if you think someone would like it. And I'll see you next time.